Greetings and welcome to Our Schools Monthly, a video program sponsored by the Port Huron Area School District designed to keep you informed of what's happening in our schools. Today's program will be a little bit different in that traditionally we have a guest in the second seat, but today we're not going to, unless of course you consider that in honor of Halloween, maybe Casper the Friendly Ghost is my guest, but no. Truth to be told, we're actually going to use a different format today to keep you informed of some of the events that have recently taken place in our school district and to share some of the highlights of those events. So first, we'd like to talk about our School to Work Transition program. Each year, once school gets underway, the Port Huron Area School District celebrates the interaction of schools and community businesses and organizations on behalf of our students. This year, the 10th annual participating Company Recognition Kickoff Breakfast was held at the Wadhams Crystal Gardens Banquet Center on Tuesday, October 25th. Representatives from local businesses and the school district, along with parents and students who have participated in this eye-opening opportunity, got together to discuss the importance of job shadowing, career education, and the School to Work Transition program. Over the years, hundreds of local employers have hosted students for an on-the-job experience, allowing students an opportunity to see firsthand whether they have a true interest in a particular field once they know what the work really entails. It also provides them with a realistic expectation of the preparation and the rewards that field affords. So let's take a few moments to listen to two students, Carly Bates and Kevin Toddy Jr., as they talk about their job shadowing adventures.
Good morning. My name is Carly Bates and I'm a senior at Port Huron High School. I've always had a strong love for music, playing both the piano and the oboe. As I progressed in music through the years, I knew that I wanted to share my love of music with others and teach them what music appreciation truly is. In order to accomplish this goal, I wanted to enter the profession of music education after I graduated from high school. During my sophomore year, I was given the opportunity to job shadow a person in my chosen career field. I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to job shadow Mrs. Lillian Maley. Mrs. Maley teaches basic musicianship, harmony, and ear training courses at St. Clair County Community College. When I arrived at SD4, I was greeted in a friendly manner and talked with Mrs. Maley for a while before class began. She explained to me in order to become a music educator, I would have to attend a college that has an excellent music education program. These are usually 5-year programs, and she also stressed that I should do everything possible while in high school to become the best musician I could. It would be hard work, and if I really enjoyed the music, the teaching, and sharing my love of music, it would all be worth it. Mrs. Maley said that it was all definitely worth it in the end because she was able to share with others the one thing that she loved most, and that was music. As class began, I observed how erudite Mrs. Maley was, expecting only the best out of her students, and having these high expectations, this is what she received. She went over the homework with the students and explained to them how the notes fit together in chords to form different styles of harmony. Following that, I was given the opportunity to interact with the class as I identified the interval Mrs. Maley played on the piano as part of ear training. Then it was time for the students to strengthen their vocal cords by singing Bach chorales. Mrs. Maley asked me if I would like to play the piano for them instead of singing. I gladly accepted. After a morning of observing and working with Mrs. Maley, it was time for me to return to the high school for the rest of the day's classes. I learned a substantial amount that day about the field of music education and what I would have to study in order to pursue my dream. Job shadowing is extremely beneficial to everyone who has the opportunity to take part in it. After my job shadowing experience, I reached out for more music opportunities by playing in the East Shore Honors Band, becoming drum major for the Big Red Marching Machine, and seizing the opportunity to play in pit orchestras for numerous musical productions. I am also dual enrolled in the Symphonic Band at St. Clair County Community College. Many career opportunities are available for a person who holds a degree in music education. They have the opportunity to teach both primary, secondary music education as well as play in any symphony orchestra. The possibilities are endless. The School to Work Transition program is an exceptionally positive aspect of career development in the school today. It gives students an opportunity to see how a person in their chosen profession does their job on a day-to-day basis. It provides an individual with information about a specific job or career that they would not be able to get sitting in a classroom reading a textbook. I can see how job shadowing would be especially beneficial to someone that is thinking about pursuing a particular career but needs further information before making that final decision. I would encourage all students to take advantage of an opportunity to job shadow at least once during their high school years. I truly enjoyed my job shadowing experience and will continue to benefit from it long after I graduate from high school. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kevin Toddy. I'm a senior at Port Huron Northern High School. In today's society, education is key to having a good career. Some students know what type of career they want to pursue, while others are left undecided on what type of career they may want to go into. Over half the students who go to college end up changing their major at least one time. One way to eliminate this is with job research or job shadowing. Job shadowing helps students and educates them about certain careers that they are interested in. The job shadowing offered here at Port Huron Port Huron Northern Area School District has helped many students to define their career decision and has saved them a lot of time. It educates them on what type of career they might want to go into and gives them hands-on experience by setting them up to shadow a currently employed person in that certain career which they are interested. Personally myself, I have truly enjoyed the job shadowing program, and it has helped me with my career choices. I had the opportunity to job shadow a market research analyst. I learned what the occupation was, what tasks were involved in the occupation, and what kind of skills and education was needed for that job. I really liked getting the inside look as to what the career entailed. This program has truly benefited me. Not only has it benefited me, but also the many students of the Port Huron area high schools. Not only does it educate the students about a certain occupation, it also informs them what kind of education is needed to have a good paying career. It teaches the student that education is a key to having a good career. The program is very valuable and is key to have here in the Port Huron Northern Area School District.
At the beginning of October, 2 art teachers from Port Huron's sister city of Chiquimula, Guatemala, came to visit the Port Huron area. While here, they also visited several of our art classes to teach a lesson or two in art and to share some cultural differences, while at the same time learning about our schools and the way art classes operate here. On the second day of their visit, I caught up with them at Howard D. Krall Elementary as they shared some artistic instruction with Sharon Taggart's classes in the McKinley Building. Let's see what happened. Hello there. We're coming to you live today from McKinley, which is a part of the Krall Elementary School, and we're coming to you in this program because we have a very special experience today for the students in the 5th grade class in Mrs. Taggart's art room. Today we have guests from our sister city in Chiquimula, Guatemala, and some of you may have heard recently in the newspaper and on the radio that we have this sister city. Well, today we have representatives here to share art lessons and art instruction with the boys and girls in this class. And I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce them to you, and I'm going to introduce them in Spanish, which I've never really spoken Spanish before, but este hombre es Julio Gallardo. Este hombre es Julio Monroy. So this gentleman's name is Julio, and this gentleman's name is Julio, which makes it pretty easy. Can't forget their names, Julio. And Julio are going to do a lesson today with the boys and girls and show them various things. We've already had one lesson where students learned some watercolor techniques, and now we're going to have a lesson with Julio doing some drawing. So with that, I'll turn it over to the instructors. We also have Louise Bauman, who is serving as a translator for these two individuals, so you may hear her voice in the background, and you might see Mrs. Taggart and me moving around the room as we help the students understand what's going on. So Julio, do they need to use the microphone, Ed? Not at all. Okay, we'll just go ahead and go from there. Okay. Okay, so Julio, I'll let you begin the instruction. Before the students arrived to this class, Julio, who is the art teacher working with them on the line drawing today, created this drawing. And it's a drawing of a tree with a sun and a hole in the ground is what it looks like. But the whole idea was to use lines to bring out a shape. And what the students discovered is that what they see as a tree actually is just a collection of lines without any real outline of the tree, and that the hole in the ground here is really not filled in completely. It's just a bunch of small lines put together to give the illusion of being darkened in. So the whole lesson then today was to get them to realize that lines can determine shape as well, and that you can put lines together to create even bends or movement or shapes within a shape without necessarily drawing the outline. So that's what they're working on right now, and as we look around the room, the students are applying this concept to their own drawings and seeing what it is they can create. Our other guest, Julio Gallardo, works with watercolors, and so before the students arrived today, he began this painting in watercolors by sketching very lightly a couple of trees and the mountains and the sky, and then in a previous class demonstrated some of these techniques for the students, showing them how to create the watercolor sky. Excuse me. So the fourth grade class that was in beforehand learned to do a tree by applying yellow, then red, and then purple, and it brings out all these different shades, and then how to water down the paper and draw a pale blue through it so that it creates a cloud effect. And then while this Julio, they're both named Julio, so that makes it easy, but while this Julio has been teaching these students the line process, this Julio has been completing his watercolor painting. And for the viewing audience at home, the guest artists are here for 2 weeks, the first 2 weeks of October, and they are making some paintings which will be on display and may be available if somebody would like to purchase one. So you can contact Studio 1219 if you have an interest in their art and would like to have a keepsake of their visit from our sister city of Chiquimula, Guatemala. Contact Studio 19 and find out how that would be possible. Oh, that's true. The Port Huron Museum is going to be sponsoring a multicultural festival on October 15th at the Seaway Terminal, and our representatives will also be there representing Guatemala, and so you'll have a chance to meet them if you at home would like to come and see their art and learn what they're doing from Chiquimula, Guatemala as they visit Port Huron. So thank you very much, Julio. I appreciate it. And finish that painting. It looks great. Our visiting artists, Julio Gallardo and Julio Monroy, shared their talents through demonstrations and even sold some of their works to interested art lovers. We extend our thanks to the Sister City organization and the art teachers throughout the Port Huron Area School District for this interesting experience for our students. Don't go away. We'll be right back with our last installment.
Neurofibromatosis.
What?
Neurofibromatosis, or NF, is a genetic disorder that causes tumors to grow anywhere on or in the body. It can lead to blindness, deafness, loss of limbs, brain tumors, and severe disfigurement.
Neurofibromatosis.
Let me make it easy for you. Children's Tumor Foundation. The Children's Tumor Foundation, dedicated to ending neurofibromatosis through research. Let's all start saying it.
Children's Tumor Foundation.
On Halloween, many of the elementary schools in the Port Huron Area School District held classes for half of the day, then released students for the afternoon to host school in-services and professional staff development for their teachers. At the same time, children had an opportunity to get ready for the annual Halloween tradition of trick-or-treating. In honor of that celebration and the students' excitement, schools often allow students to wear their costumes to school that day and to participate in a costume parade so that everyone can see what they were dressed as. We thought we would close our program today by sharing this annual event with you, knowing that you would appreciate how cute these little ones are in their holiday garb. And that's our program for today. We'd like to thank you for tuning in to this and other programs here on CPHS 6, which are designed to keep you informed of what's happening in our school district. We appreciate having you as our viewing audience, and we wish you a most pleasant good night.